Alright, we're holding station now, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over and try and do some docking manoeuvres. So I'll go closer to the dock and then I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to land just there, on that angular bit of dock. Now we're going to come in nice and close to that at about a 45-degree angle, and then the wind's actually going to blow us onto the dock. So we're just going to go around. You can see we've got quite a sweeping turning circle right now. Okay, we're on the approach. So as I get closer I need to change my angle of attack. So I sweep in at about a 45-30 degree angle. I'll just lower my power. And then we're going to drift in. Let's get a little bit closer. And then point us to where we want to actually land the nose. So we're just taking the approach nice and slowly. And now I'm nearly in. I'm going to let the wind drift me on. And now we're going to flick into neutral and a little bit of reverse power just to slow us right down. Back into neutral. And now we're pretty much landed. We can grab a line, hook that through a cleat, pull it tight, and there we go. We are on our dock. What I do now is just tie up and then get the bow tied up and the stern tied up. Okay, we're going to do something slightly different now. I've actually taken the rudder off, the keel is up, and we're just running the outboard. So now we're effectively a glorified powerboat with a little outboard motor. The wind and tide, we're almost heading directly into it, and effectively right now I'm just ferry gliding over to where I want to park. So I'm going to park on that flat bit of dock over there, and I'm going to go through the motions of doing this with just the outboard, no rudder. So I'm going to go in it again at a 45-degree angle, but now I can't use the wind to blow me onto it because actually the wind's blowing me off it. So I'm going to go up towards it, into the wind and into the tide, and I'm going to use outboard in reverse to pull me in. So when I get closer, I'm going to yank the outboard around and pop it into reverse, and that's going to pull my back in. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to approach, and then as we get closer, we're going to go in at a 45-degree angle. So now I'm getting closer, I'm just letting it glide in. A little bit more speed. And as I approach the spot I want, I'm just going to make my angle a bit shallower. And then just as my nose goes in, I'm going to cut my engine into reverse and yank it in the other direction. And that should pull my back in. About now. So we're into neutral, around to reverse, oh, into reverse. And there we go. Back into neutral. And now we can grab our line, step ashore. To be honest, I could have done that probably a little bit more gently. But that will do as a first attempt. Let's try it again. Okay, this is looking better. So I'm going to shallow my angle and now engage reverse gear to bring the back in, and neutral. Perfect. That wasn't bad. Not too bad. It's rocking around because I stepped out of it. Okay. So that's coming alongside as a powerboat using reverse to pull the back in. Okay, so since we're alongside the dock, we're just going to pull this nice and tight to hold the middle of the boat in place. And we're going to cleat that onto the cleat here. That will hold it secure. And I'm going to take these other two strops. They're only short. I need to get myself some better lines for sure. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to take one end onto the I'll tell you what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to thread. I'm going to undo this. And I'm actually just going to thread the rope through the I-splice, pull that tight, and then tie that onto the cleat. OXO. And that's done. And I'll take the other one, and I think I'll do the same thing, but this time I'm going to walk ashore. I'm going to grab this through here, pull it through. It's the bowline I tied earlier. And I'm just going to step aboard my boat. And I'm going to do the same thing. O, X, X, O. Now that the boat's secure, I can stop and have my lunch. Okay, so you can see we're now really nicely moored up. We've got the rear line in, holding the back. I've got a centre line here, which I just came in with. If I was mooring for long term, I'd replace that with some spring lines, go from the centre of the boat to the aft and fore. And then we've got a strop here at the front on the bow. So I'm going to get on board and have my lunch. So where we're moored up to at the moment is Hengistbury Head Recreation Centre. And you've got Hengistbury Head right in front of us. That's a hill you can climb up, and you have a most amazing view. Just behind Mustang over there is the sand spit, which goes around from Hengistbury Head, which meets at the run. To the other side of the run you've got Mudderford. So ahead of us you've got a Black House. That's on the Hengistbury Head sand spit, and then to the left of the Black House you've got some other houses. That's Mudderford Quay. Very popular place for crabbing. And then carry on around, you've got Mudderford. And then dead ahead in front of us, this is Stampit Marsh. I don't know if you can see them, they might be a bit small from here, but you've got some New Forest ponies grazing over there. A couple of fishermen. And then just up the river, you can see distinct abbey over there. That's Christchurch Abbey and the town of Christchurch. And directly in front of it are some houses and the sailing club, of which I'm a member, the Christchurch Sailing Club. What a beautiful day. So although today that's been pretty much perfection, although I'm sure if you're experienced you could probably find a few things I could have done better, but not everything's been like that. I've already recently uploaded some pretty interesting videos where things have not gone to plan, so check that out now. and please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting more content regularly, whether it's tuitional videos, whether it's me messing up, or going on some great trips. Tune in. Cheers, bye. And you can see we're drifting onto the dock. Might not need to do much with the tiller. And now the bow's bringing in. I'm just going to flip the tiller away, pop it into reverse. And that didn't do what we wanted it to do. Completely the opposite. So the reason why that was rough a little bit was because I actually swung it into forward gear rather than reverse initially. So I had to give it extra reverse power to bring the back in and to stop the front colliding. The wind's actually going to blow us off. Let's give that another go. So because the wind's blowing us away, what I'm going to do is aim closer to where, well, further forward than where I actually want to be. Or further backwards, depending which way you're looking at it. But I'm going to aim further to the left-hand side of where I actually want the boat to land, knowing that the wind's blowing me off.